Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Yes Show, Young, Entertaining, and Saved. I am your host, LaCORA Stevens, and we are trying something new here at the Yes Show. It is a Zoom talk for a special guest in a special city that's near and dear to my heart. It's where I was born, Indiana. Okay, so we have LaKesha Lorene. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm so good, LaCora. Thank you so much for having me on the Yes Show. I'm so excited.
So much for being here. The reason why we wanted to highlight Miss LaKesha Lorene is because she is a filmmaker, a female filmmaker at that. She is doing big things in her city because a lot of people feel like you can't get anything done in entertainment, in film, TV, unless you're in Hollywood, California. That's a lie. Tyler Perry has proven it. He has been a mega house of a display to encourage and inspire others to do so. But before Tyler, there was LaKesha Lorene. So we are going to talk about your upcoming film. It's going to premiere in January 2020, 5 hours to Georgia. So let's talk about it.
This trip is for you and Gigi. Praying is our thing, baby. And we gotta do the best we can to get Gigi some help.
This is probably the most time we've spent together in years.
Hey.
Hey.
Enough already. What is wrong with you two? We're supposed to be sisters.
Why won't you believe me?
There's nothing wrong with me.
Get her out! This is ridiculous.
This is going to be a long trip.
Yes, I'm so excited. 5 Hours to Georgia is a theatrical feature film. It does premiere the first Saturday of 2020, January 4th, 2020 at Georgetown Cinemas right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tickets are available on lovinglifeproductions.com. LaCora, I am just so excited about this film because at its heart, it is a drama, but there's elements of faith there. There's heavy comedic elements there. And you just get engulfed in such beautiful storytelling about a family trying to live and love through disorder. It's written by Tiffany Woolfolk, who is another amazing Black woman, screenwriter and author. And I'm just so excited to produce and direct this film through Loving Life Productions, LLC.
Come on now, LaKesha. Now, this is great because a lot of people are like, man, she's a female. She's just like me. And she's in like another small town. Well, Indianapolis isn't so small, but compared to Hollywood, when compared to filmmaking, you know what I mean? There's no competition because we all know it's Cali. And then after Cali, it's New York. And then Atlanta. But I think Atlanta is catching up in a sense. But you, miss, are filmmaking. You're an actress. Yes, honey, I saw that you've been working. Okay. I saw your work. I was like, oh, come on now. And now here you are directing. Is this your directorial debut or have you directed before?
It's actually not my directorial debut. My first film I made was actually in 2015 when I opened Loving Life Productions, LLC. We won an award at the Gary International Black Film Festival. Shout out to Karen Tourig. 2 awards there, Emerging Artist Award and Award of Merit. So exciting. So that just kind of kicked off the filmmaking journey. And then every year since then, I've been producing short films, music videos, and a student film for some students I work with in education.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know some people are watching right now and they're like, well, dang, well, what's her website right now? There's her link. You could check out. Is all of your work right there?
Yeah, all of the work is right there. So we're on IG at Loving Life Productions, LLC, just underscores right under that. You can follow me at LaKesha Lorene on all social media platforms. And the website is lovinglifeproductions.com.
Lovinglifeproductions.com. Now, your film, 5 Hours to Georgia. What was the process like? Because, okay, and let's talk about that because some people are wondering, oh, she directed and produced. And I think I saw her in the trailer. So she even, so some people are wondering, so what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did the writing come first? Or the directing? Did you say, I'm looking for a script and you went out asking people submit your scripts, I want to direct your work? Or did a writer come to you and say, hey, I want you to direct and produce my work. How did it start?
Man, it's such a beautiful story, and it's such a God story. So actually, my company, we produce primarily faith-based work. So anything that I produce independently is going to have elements of faith in it, very much so like people that I look up to, that I'm sure you look up to, and all of us too, like Mr. Tyler Perry, like a lot of the Christian films that you've seen. So I had been praying about finding screenwriters because I wanted to step away from the writing side because I act as well. And that's actually the number one thing. But I wanted to step away from screenwriting, and I just wanted to direct and produce. So me and Tiffany Woolfork, the screenwriter, we happened to meet at our jobs. And she randomly wrote this book that the kids were reading. I loved the book. It was like a book for teens. And I just happened to ask her, I was like, did you write this? And she said, yeah. And she was like, I've been praying about doing this film and I really want to do it. She started telling me about the story. I loved the story. I said, well, I have a production company. We need to talk. And from then on, it just flowed together.
Wow.
So she came on as a client of the company. We assembled a team of contracted workers that work under Loving Life. It's a crew of about 10 to 12 of us. The cast is about 20. And then it just kind of developed from there. So definitely, I think what came first was just prayer, like saying, hey, this is what I need. I need someone like-minded. I need to find a screenwriter who, kind of fits within the mold of what we are as a company. And I was like, woo, there you go.
Then the work. I'm not sure if people picked up on that, but you said to her, hey, we need to talk. We need to connect. I have a production company. You have this. So a lot of times, you have your prayer, your faith, but then comes work, honey. Like you have to put in the work, take the initiative, talk to people. Robert Townsend from the 5 Heartbeats, we all love him. Black Hollywood.
So many classics.
Yeah, so many classics. He's always said to anytime you go to an event, you always want to leave with at least 3 business cards, like at least 3, like network, force yourself. I know, because I don't like it. For the people out there, like, I just don't like to network. But like LaKesha said, she literally said, hey, so you wrote this, we need to talk. Yeah. Let's exchange, let's do this. Like you have to go out and get it. So I love that. So first comes prayer. Awesome. Okay, Miss LaKesha Lorene.
Yes.
I see what you're doing. Okay, so now with the film, how long did it take is this a short film or a feature film, like a full-length feature?
Yeah, this is a full-length theatrical feature. So this is the longest film I've done. The one of the last features I did, it was more so of a film festival feature. So it was about 60 minutes, which is a little shorter, more of a Lifetime movie type of time frame, cable TV, but it's not like a theatrical release. It's not an hour and 40. This movie is about an hour and 45 minutes. So it's a feature, and
wow,
everything into it. So I'm just so excited about, what's going to happen.
How many days did it take to make this film?
Oh, we started filming in August. So, and it was kind of in between while I was working on an equity show, a Hamlet show from the Indie Shakespeare Company.
Actress, come on.
Yeah, I had to stop and do that in between. And then my assistant director worked with the actors, Eden Evans, in between that. And then we came back after we casted everyone in August, full circle. And then we just got done filming in October.
Okay, so for the people out there listening, if you are a new filmmaker, don't get the pressure in your mind like, oh, I have to get this done in 4 days, 5 days, 5 months. Sometimes it takes a little while, and sometimes you will have breaks in between. So you want to make sure when you assemble your cast, like LaKesha Lorene was saying, you want to make sure that you have incredible people that are going to, like you said, she contracted them, make sure they get some paperwork, okay, and that they sign, and that these people are going to be dependable. They're going to show up, because it may take a year to shoot your film, okay, especially if it's a feature. It may take, I shot, my director, my recent film, Brown Paper Bag, he shot it. We shot it in 8 days. like, but we all had to block off a full week. Everyone knew we were going to shoot back to back. And then we had our pickup days like 2 months later. So after looking at the footage, like, okay, this is good. What do we need? What did we miss? Then we have pickup days. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome. And let's talk about the casting and the crew. I know you said 20 actors. You also have about 10 to 12 crew members. How does that work to assemble such people? Where did you find them? Was it a casting that you put out? Did you use resources like Mandy.com to find people? How did you go about finding your crew and your cast?
Well, social media is such a wonderful, wonderful thing. Yeah. I do a lot of marketing. I'm still, I'm a broadcast baby. I studied broadcast in college, music major in broadcast. So I still would do traditional media, right? I'll still do radio, TV, print, web. But when it comes to just the casting and assembling crews, I heavily rely on social media. So I will find groups, and I'm a part of many groups, most of them in the Midwest area, Chicago, Indianapolis, some in Atlanta, some even in LA, of different professionals. And you can search these different professional film groups for actors, for those who work behind the scenes. And I will post on the company page and independently, just through my own page. I am looking to hire a post-production sound editor. I am looking to hire a visual effects artist. Now, my director of photography, Brandon Ben, shout out to Brandon Ben. That's my
Brandon.
So my director of photography, there's a few people there's about 4 of us that I work with on a regular basis. But for such a large project, I knew I was going to have to reach out and find some other key crew members that I normally don't work with, like the visual effects artist, Bobby Giles. So, there's a lot of other people. So I just posted on social media, once posting on social media, other sites that posted materials like that contacted me and asked if I would post about openings on their site.
Oh,
so
wow.
I would say social media is your first go-to.
Social media, that's a good nugget. Okay, LaKesha. Now, a lot of people say, well, I saw the trailer, because I'm going to sneak it in, so y'all could take a look at that. That some of you have probably already seen it, but they're wondering, well, how can I show up to watch this? How can I put my booty in that seat so I can experience the premiere of 5 Hours to Georgia?
Yeah, well, your first thing that you want to do is get the ticket. So the ticket is at lovinglifeproductions.com. Tickets are only $15. Like I said, when we do formals, when we do red carpet events, I like to come proper, come correct.
Yes.
So it is going to be a red carpet formal event. So you can wear your gowns. Men, you can come suited and booted. We will have one of our TV personalities there interviewing us on the carpet, taking pictures and photos by Noah Woods and Jordan Lee Wheatley. So yeah, it's the full experience. So first you want to go to lovinglifeproductions.com, and then you want to just block out Saturday, January 4th, first Saturday of the month. If you happen to be in Chicago, if you're on the West Coast, just take that 1-hour flight. That 3-hour drive, it's kind of like going maybe from South LA to San Francisco. I don't know, it's something like that.
Or San Diego, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It's not, y'all do it all the time. I know, so just take a little drive and come on down and come see us, and it will be a beautiful, beautiful time.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So now, so far, we've covered what the film is, when you can see it, how to get there. And we also talked about how new filmmakers, that are living in small towns that think that, oh, I need to fly to New York. I need to move to LA to make my dreams happen. No, it isn't so. We're looking and talking to LaKesha Lorene, if you have just joined us, and she is letting us know basically that you don't have to be in LA, you don't have to be in New York to make your dreams come true in the world of entertainment when it comes to acting or filmmaking or producing or writing. You could be in Milwaukee. You could be somewhere in, I don't know, Pahokee. So, you know what I mean? And you guys could make sure that you could just start it off. For your advice to any new filmmakers or high school students or emerging artists like yourself, because I consider you emerging, I consider myself emerging, you know, trying to get up in the world, you know, doing some things with a nice portfolio. You have some beautiful work in your repertoire. So what is your advice to the people that want to get started? Like after you say, you know, pray, that's the first thing to do. Now, what first work should they do? What will be their first work?
First work would actually be to write out what you want to accomplish.
Did you just say, write down the vision and make it plain? I love it.
It's Bible. I know we see different inspirational posts and it seems like, oh, this is a new thing. I promise you, everything just comes straight from that beautiful book, right?
Yes.
So you literally have to write it out and say, okay, this is what I want to do at this time. And then you got to just keep working towards it and use what you have. You don't have to, you know, when you're building, you have to start where you are to get where you are going to be. So use your resources. A lot of us here in the Midwest, we're all hungry. We're all like truly in this because we love to do this. And those are the type of people that I work with. Those are the type of people I cast, you know, humble people, like-minded people who want to do the work, who know the end goal. They know it's a marathon, but it's like, hey, while we're on this marathon, we're going to put out something special. We're going to do it together. We're going to make it as good as we can. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, that's
Use
good.
what you have. You know, don't wait until, don't say, okay, I can't do anything in Indiana, but you haven't done research, right? You haven't even tried to make those connections. This is your job. Like this is our jobs, you know, so you have to take it just as seriously as you do a corporate job.
Yes.
You research, you go to the networking events, you let people just get to know you, and you get to know them and what they do, and then see if maybe you'd be a good fit with whatever it is that they're doing. But you have to start doing something and building where you are in order to even be taken seriously at the next level, if that's something that you really are serious about.
I love that. Oh my gosh. You know, you said something that you hire people and you understand that it's a marathon. I have to remind myself, this is actually what I put up. Oh gosh, can y'all see that? It says fall in love with the process. I have this light, okay, because you know, I gotta get some light on melanin. But I have to remind myself when I'm editing wee hours of the night, LaKesha, when when I'm trying to write scripts, because that's my struggle, that's not my strength at all of writing.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself to fall in love with the process. So I keep it right on my computer. And it's like I get tired. I have my little glasses. My glasses over there. Yeah, I put my glasses on. I forget to wear them sometimes, and I'm like, Lord, child, just fall in love with the process. Just fall in love with the process, you know. So, do you have a quote that keeps you going, or a scripture that keeps you going when you are tired, when you are feeling weak, when you are feeling down and out? Do you have a scripture or a quote that you know just kind of uplifts you?
Yeah, I do. It's something that my mother always told all of us growing up. She was like, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And it's like, if I can't see it in my mind, you know, in my living room downtown in Indianapolis, that what God is allowing me to do here can set up for many other things down the road. If I can't see that, if I don't believe that, then it will never happen. So, you know, guard your dreams, guard your heart, get around like-minded people, and just keep your head down and do the work. But definitely first believe what you're doing in order to achieve it. Because I never would have even thought any of this could happen, but when I did think it, it did.
Yes, come on now. LaKesha, you are dropping so many nuggets and I love it. I appreciate it. Even when you said to write it down, it reminds me of the video of Steve Harvey. And I know a lot of people, y'all, some love him, some hate him. You know what I mean?
Steve is always with me. I love Steve.
You know, Steve, all right. He has some moments where I be looking at him sideways, like,
you know, he's at that uncle age, so you just gotta let him, you know,
just let him do his thing. And you know, I respect him business-wise, you know, but he said something very prolific. He was like, you know, write it down. And he was like, and I don't mean like a 5-step, 10-step. He was like 300 things. Just one day, go to the park, do whatever you need to do. Write down 300 things, whether it's, giving your family members $1 million each, whether it's owning your own jet, whether it's having the world know your name. He was like, but you got to be specific, because when he asked God for the world to know his name, to become global, and he hosted Miss America.
Yes, he did.
And they flew him globally, but not for a good thing. He became like a joke in a sense. And he was like, now God. Now, he was able to laugh. Yes, he was able to laugh. So you got to be specific when you write it out all down. But eventually, like LaKesha Lorene has said, the marathon, the believing it, the seeing it, that it will come to pass. So write it down. And it's not going to happen, instantly.
Right.
Not, but just keep going and look at that list in the morning, look at it at night, look at it, remind yourself the things that you want, the things that you see, and begin to believe it, so I love that, LaKesha. I think that that's great. Now, before we end the Yes Show, our first inaugural Zoom interview with LaKesha Lorene. I love it. This isn't bad, actually. This is not bad. So
no,
I think we did this. So is there anything else? We're going to remind you guys one more time, 5 hours to Georgia. Go see it, get your tickets. Is there anything you want to say about the film before we leave, or another reminder about it? Would you like to just wrap up this interview?
Yes. So I just want to say this film talks about mental health, family relationships, and spiritual wellness, and specifically in the Black community, right? Mental health when it comes to doing the medical things that are needed, and mixing them with church and the Bible and Christianity and faith, but usually on two different islands. So in this film, we are exploring how to navigate that in the healthiest way possible to get those you love the help that they need. And we're talking about a lot of really tough things, but really important things. So my prayer when people see this, not only that they're entertained, not only that they can see themselves in some of the characters, because you will be able to see that, but I always hope that the art I do speaks to someone in a way that it helps them change or think differently about whatever their situation is. So I definitely feel like it's a film that prayerfully will change your life in really, really good ways, whether it's you directly or someone that you know and love that are dealing with these types of issues. So definitely come get your tickets at lovinglifeproductions.com. Follow us, connect on social media. I'm always on IG. That's how me and LaCorra connected on IG.
Yeah.
Yep, the Yes Show, somehow it came up in my search engine where it has all, what is that little area called? The Discover page.
The Discover page.
The Discover page.
I didn't know that.
It came up a couple years ago, and I was like, this looks really dope. So it's like, I love connecting with so many people, and LaCorra is awesome at what she's doing. She's a true woman of faith and just seems to be such a beautiful person. So it's like, you never know who you'll connect with and what you guys will be able to do. So yeah, connect, follow, Loving Life Productions LLC, LaKesha Lorene. I follow back. I'm a Midwest girl, but we don't really do none of that. So we're all about community and support. So yeah, please support us.
Oh, I love it. And you guys, as I said, at heart, I am a Midwest girl. I was born, my mom's from Indiana. My nana still lives in Indianapolis. We're actually going to be there for Thanksgiving. I probably shouldn't be telling all that to the world. Somebody probably come in and try to rob me. I don't know. But LaKesha, we're going to try to see each other when I'm up there. Hopefully.
Yes, we have to.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Yes Show, Young, Entertaining, and Saved. I am your host, LaCorra Stevens. This is my beautiful, talented guest, LaKesha Lorene. And remember, if you are not using your talent to glorify God, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and start today. You guys be blessed, and we'll see you next time on our Zoom talk. I think I need a new catchy name. What do you think, LaKesha? What kind of name should I come up with for this?
Let it simmer.
Let it simmer. Let it simmer. If y'all watching and y'all got some ideas, go on and simmer, and then put your thoughts down below. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus almost fell.
Hello, everyone. My name is LaCora Stevens. I am the host and creator of The Yes Show, Young, Entertaining, and Saved. It's a Christian talk show where we highlight Christians in the entertainment business. Number one, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for all of your support, for watching, and your comments. Number two, I would like to say, do you want to be seen by 1.8 million viewers? What about 4,600 subscribers? What about The Yes Show was just picked up internationally in Africa, Europe, and of course, America? If you want to be a part of this success and you want sponsorship, because I want your sponsorship, please make sure you connect with me. Here's my email, my website, my number. Let's talk. And I would like to feature you to all of my viewers across the world. All right, everyone, I'm LaCora Stevens, and I look forward to meeting you.